काम भी करना है। right. All right, guys.
Make it go nose up first, so we can.
Okay, so.
Before rotary-wing aircraft assumed troop insertion duties, fixed-wing aircraft deployed infantry paratroopers. In 1944, U.S. military forces used Sikorsky R-4 helicopters to carry out combat casualty evacuation missions in Burma. In 1957, French commanders used Piasecki H-21 twin-rotor helicopters to insert combat troops across Algeria. In 1965, American forces employed Bell UH-1 Hui helicopters to implement air mobility operations in Vietnam. After 1979, Soviet regiments used Mi-24 helicopters to conduct combat assault troop operations in Afghanistan. After decades of development and upgrades, the CH-53 evolved into the CH-53K King Stallion, now operated by the U.S. Marine Corps, USMC. The CH-53K King Stallion is the largest helicopter in the U.S. military and ranks among the largest helicopters in the world. A U.S. Marine attaches a fuel hose to the single-point pressure refueling port on the lower forward fuselage. In addition to the single-point refueling port, conventional gravity fill ports are located atop the aircraft's sponsons. The Sikorsky CH-53K King Stallion is designed to efficiently load and transport internal vehicles, such as the MRZR. The cargo bay is wide enough to accommodate vehicles such as the Polaris MRZR and even Humvees, allowing them to drive directly into the helicopter. With its 30-foot-long cabin, the CH-53K can easily carry multiple ultralight tactical vehicles, or ATVs, arranged back-to-back. Inside its modern glass cockpit, the CH-53K King Stallion is operated by the aircraft commander or pilot in the right seat and the co-pilot in the left seat. The CH-53K features a wide, relatively flat lower fuselage that functions as a lifting body, enhancing ground effect during flight. Its anhedral rotor blade tips also reduce rotor tip vortices, improving lift efficiency and enabling more effective power transfer. A multi-point sling extends downward and attaches directly to the reinforced structural lift points of the payload. An engineering development model, EDM, from the program's early flight testing phase is readied for lifting. The EDM fuselage, together with its heavy lifting rigging, weighed approximately 28,000 pounds, 12,700 kilos. Even with this massive load, it remains within the CH-53K's certified single-center cargo hook capacity of 36,000 pounds. At full load, the helicopter can reach a maximum operational gross weight of up to 88,000 pounds, 39,916 kilos. A CH-53K King Stallion remains on station at a remote, unprepared landing zone, LZ, during a training exercise. Pilots keep the aircraft light on the wheels so it can depart immediately if the landing zone becomes compromised or comes under fire. Operated by the Marine Heavy Helicopter HMH community, these aircraft can carry up to 30 Marines. The CH-53K King Stallion is gradually replacing the CH-53E Super Stallion in active service. Marines can fast rope from both the rear ramp and the cabin floor hatch, commonly referred to as the hell hole. Fast roping is a rapid insertion method used to deploy combat troops into confined landing zones. For expeditionary artillery air mobility, a helicopter support team, HST, performs a dual-point external sling load hookup. Super Stallions play a vital role in maintaining the U.S. Marines' battlefield mobility under all conditions. These exercises are essential to the Force Design 2030 initiative, which represents a major transformation of the U.S. Marine Corps. The CH-47 Chinook tandem rotor helicopter entered service with the U.S. Army during the 1960s. Capable of carrying between 33 and 55 soldiers, the Chinook serves with distinction in the armed forces of many nations. As the helicopter approaches a landing zone, LZ, the pilot deploys countermeasure flares to help defeat potential enemy missiles. The twin Lycoming T-55 engines generate a powerful, low-frequency rhythmic roar that can be felt vibrating through the ground. Chinooks are widely employed as utility helicopters and are particularly stable while hovering due to their distinctive tandem rotor design. When landing on a hillside, the crew closely monitor the reduced rotor blade clearance from the ground. One of the CH-47's unique capabilities is performing a pinnacle landing, where only 2 landing wheels make contact with the ground. When soldiers on the battlefield call for a dust-off, they are requesting a helicopter to evacuate wounded personnel. Chinooks excel at casualty evacuation, CASEVAC, and are highly effective at inserting troops into mountainous terrain. Airmen, possibly para-rescue men, PJs, use a Skedco-Sked rescue stretcher to transport a casualty to the helicopter. During CASEVAC missions, helicopters are more vulnerable to enemy threats, so fighter escort may be provided when available. Introduced in 1962, the CH-47 Chinook remains in service today and has been upgraded to the latest CH-47F model. An F-35 maintenance crew member positions wheel chucks to keep the aircraft securely in place. Before refueling begins, the F-35 is electrically bonded to the refueling truck to eliminate the risk of sparks. After the refueling nozzle is connected, a thumbs-up signal is given to begin pumping fuel. Refueling U.S. Air Force, USAF aircraft is carried out by petroleum, oil, and lubricants, POL specialists. Airmen rely on hand signals to communicate with one another because of the extremely high noise levels. The refueling truck operator retracts the bonding cable before moving on to service the next aircraft. U.S. Air Force bases are fast-paced environments requiring everyone to stay alert for moving vehicles, aircraft, and personnel. While the F-35 is being refueled, he communicates directly with the aircraft's pilot. Strict safety and fire prevention procedures must be observed throughout the refueling process. After refueling is complete, the crew chief and pilot carry out the necessary procedures to prepare the F-35 for takeoff. Unlike the F-22, the F-35 is powered by a single advanced engine that provides ample thrust for the lighter aircraft. Vanilla Unmanned's Vanilla UAV is a cost-effective, long-endurance unmanned aerial vehicle. To reduce weight, the Vanilla UAV is designed without landing gear and is launched using a pickup truck. The Vanilla UAV has an impressive range of 15,200 miles and can remain airborne for up to 10 days without the need for refueling. Massachusetts Tech students conduct testing on an unmanned aerial vehicle prototype at Joint Base Cape Cod. MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, is widely regarded as one of the world's leading and most technologically advanced universities. During the testing phase, basic prototype models are frequently used to evaluate and validate new UAV concepts. Simple push-type motors are among the most commonly used propulsion systems for military UAV designs. To achieve the necessary launch speed, the new design is deployed from a moving pickup truck. New drone tests require proper aerodynamic performance and structural strength to avoid potential failures and crashes. Once airborne, the prototype follows a pre-planned flight test profile to collect performance data. Landing a costly prototype without traditional landing gear requires a careful balance between minimizing expenses and ensuring the aircraft's survival. A single major crash can delay months of development and undo the extensive work invested in designing the new UAV. Before departure, the pilot completes a thorough pre-flight inspection and checklist to ensure the aircraft is ready for flight. From the cockpit, the pilot checks the aircraft's control surfaces while the crew chief visually confirms their movement. Taxiing is the procedure of moving the A-10 from the apron area to the runway, where it will begin its takeoff. When several aircraft depart in rapid succession with minimal spacing, the procedure is known as minimum interval takeoff, MIT. A-10s are not designed for aerial dogfights, but their bubble canopies give pilots excellent visibility of the surrounding terrain and battlefield while banking. Once airborne, the pilot either remains on standby for a close air support, CAS assignment, or conducts a specific mission such as armed reconnaissance. Its greatest advantage is the Avenger cannon, capable of firing up to 3,900 rounds per minute. After striking its target, the aircraft executes evasive maneuvers to reduce the risk of enemy small arms fire. To counter the cannon's powerful recoil, the A-10's GAU-8 Avenger is mounted slightly off-center to the left and angled downward by about 2 degrees. When using the Avenger cannon, the pilot typically fires short 2 to 3 second bursts, releasing between 130 and 195 rounds.